Good afternoon, everybody. I was trying to race and go get my water and be back before it told me to unmute or anything like that. So it was good timing. Happy Wednesday, halfway through the week, right? So we have our full body workout today. I think we can all see me clearly. Got the lights on, just not like the bright daylight one. Anyway, so full body today. I'm going to take us through our stretches. We got some good stretches. We're just going to hold in them for a little bit, just to kind of make sure we get extra stretched out. I'm going to take us through legs first. We're then going to go into some upper body and then some core work to finish it out. So first things first, you want to make sure that you have some water, towel if you need it, and of course something to be on the ground. Be a little extra padded today. All right, so first thing, we are going to start down on the ground. We're going to start in a cobra stretch. So taking that upper body all the way down to your mat or to your carpet or wherever you're at. So taking the upper body all the way down, placing those hands close to the body, and we're just going to press it up. So just getting that nice stretch. And remember, we're going to hold our stretches for a little bit longer today. As we stretch right here, we lift up and out of the shoulders. And release it down. Pressing it up. Holding it here a little extra longer. If that made sense, I said that and then I was like, I don't think that's made sense. You get what I mean now. A little extra longer. Didn't make sense. All right. So keeping that chest open, chin lifted, making sure we're lifting up and out. Feet are going straight back. And release it down. One more time, pressing it up. Just breathing through it. And taking it down. All right, so pressing it up and back. We're going to come into a downward dog. So I know you guys do yoga on Mondays and Fridays, so we should know what this is. So tucking the toes, taking those hips up, pedaling out those heels first. And then we're going to place both heels down as close as you can to the ground in 3, 2, 1. Pressing both down. We're going to lift up onto the toes and hinge in at the knees. So bring the chest into the knees. Pulling the head between the biceps. And extend it out, press those heels down. Again, to the toes, bend at the knees, keeping it pulled in. And extend it out, press those heels down. Again, to the toes, bend the knees. And extend out and down. All right, so dropping down to those knees. Let's see. We're going to take it down to those booties. It's like I wrote it. I had to like figure out what I wrote. All right, so taking that left leg out, we're going to bring that right foot into that inner or the left inner thigh. And you're just going to reach over to that left side. So the goal is to pull the chest in, keeping the head above the heart. Just pull it down. And if you can't reach that foot or say you don't want, like for me, I really don't feel like touching my shoe. Just grab on the ankle, the shin, whatever you can, just pulling it down. And walking it back. Taking that right foot out, left foot into that inner thigh, and we walk that hand out or both hands out and pull it down. Same thing if you're wearing shoes like me and you don't want to touch your shoe, just pull it in, grabbing the ankle or wherever you can. And then walking it back up. We're going to take it to a standing position. I'm going to move my mat back straight. All right, so standing up, we're going to stretch out those arms. So taking those arms to a 90-degree bend, almost like, I don't know, reminds me of like a scarecrow, or kind of like a scarecrow, but arms are up. So 90-degree bend, we're just going to rotate forward and up, keeping those shoulders pulled down. So just down and up. Making sure we don't shrug. We're going to go back into a leg stretch in about 10 seconds. And kind of go side to side if you'd like. Breaks it up a little bit. All right, in 5, we're going to drop the arms. 3, 2, and 1. So dropping those arms, you can roll the shoulders down and back. And roll them forward and back. And when you're ready, taking the right hand to that right ankle for that quad stretch, pulling that ankle in towards the booty. You can place that left hand to that hip or arm above the head, whatever you prefer. Holding it for about 10 more seconds. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping that right foot, left hand, left ankle, right hand, right hip, and pull it in. Finding your balance. All right. This is when I need to look at the wall, find that marking or find that spot and just hold it there. So same thing, hand to the hip or arm above the head. Just try not to keep it out by the side because then we tend to, the arm say goes a little bit out, then we might tip over a little bit. So pulling it in, dropping it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping that left foot down, taking that wide stance, taking the hands to the hips, and we hinge it forward. Just to get that flat tabletop back, keeping those hips lifted and rise it up. Again, forward, tabletop, and up. One more time. Get into that tabletop, and then take those arms down. So hinging at those elbows, lighten the hands, and walking the hands over to that right side. And to the left. To the right. And to the left. All right, so taking it back to center, hands to those hips, and take it up. All right, so shaking it out, told you we're gonna stand a little bit longer today. All right, so we are gonna start out with our leg work first. So like I said, making sure you have something to kneel on, grabbing your water. And I'm gonna go over our first movements. So first thing, we are gonna come down to the forearms, extending the right leg out. We're just gonna go into some straight leg lifts. So pointing that toe, kicking it up, squeezing the glute, and then tapping it down. So up, squeeze, tap down. Making sure whatever knee is on the ground is right underneath the hip and the shoulders stay stacked the entire time, keeping that neck nice and long. You always want to make sure the neck is aligned with the spine. We are then going to go into some glute bridges. So with these, instead of planting the feet down, get down here. All right, so we're going to have the heels dug in, getting that slope from the kneecap down to the ankle. You can keep the palms down, or if you want, dig the elbows in, but we are going to take the hips up, tucking that pelvis under as you squeeze up and lowering down, making sure that we still have enough room underneath us so we can slide our fingers underneath and right back up, and making sure that those knees don't buckle in. So we just take it down, squeezing it up, and then we go into some inner thighs, So laying down, this is going to be the left leg, but it's going to be the same for both sides. So we've done this before. We take that right leg over, taking that left leg out, and we just take it up. As you lower down, making sure we don't touch the ground all the way to keep constant tension. So we take it up, lower it down. All right, so for those leg lifts, we're going to go 10 for each. For those glute bridges, we're going to go for 10. And then for those lying down inner thighs, we are going to go for 10 each as well. Like I said, though, this is going to be the left side, so I'm just going to rotate it over to the opposite. All right, so we'll get started. See where we're at in about 20 seconds. So if you want to get ready in your position, take it down to the forearms, stack the shoulders, and you can always flip those palms down. It's a good like indicator if you're sinking or pressing out, because you'll be able to kind of see and feel. All right, so we take it down. That left knee is going to be directly under that hip. We extend that right leg out, lifting up, keeping those hips squared off. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking it down, extending that left leg out, and take it up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping that left leg down, we flip it around onto the back. And you can start with those legs extended out. That way you can stretch them out a little bit. Kind of shake them out, hinge at those knees. And when you're ready, take it up to those heels, dig them in, toes are facing the ceiling. Like I said, you can plant the palms or dig the elbows in, whatever is more, or whatever comes more natural to you. All right, so it's a smaller range, so the hips may not come up as high, but we just focus on tucking the pelvis and squeezing the glutes up. It's not about how high we can get those hips, it's about feeling that engagement in those glutes. You should be able to feel it slightly in those abs as well. All right, so we take it up in 3 for 10, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking those booties all the way down, extend the legs, shake it side to side, and flip it over to your right side when you're ready. All right. So remember, we take that left leg over and we're just bringing up that right leg. You can place the head into the palm, but we're going to lift up in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, pressing it up, flipping it over. I wish I could just do like a cool, like little spin. It's not going to happen. All right, so right leg over, head into that left palm. It's like we get nice and comfortable. All right, we take that left leg up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, pressing it up, and kind of shake out those legs a little bit. I think there's a bunch of people skateboarding outside because I keep hearing like the wheels right by the door. It goes away and then it comes back. It's super loud. Has to be fun though, right? All right, so shaking out those legs, and we go back into those straight leg lifts. So we take it back to our tabletop and then drop it down to the forearms. When you're ready, extending out that right leg. And if you want that little stretch, you can always press through the toes, press those heels back, and those shoulders come slightly behind the elbows. And when we get to the other side, we'll do the same thing. So come forward, stack the shoulders. We lift up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, extending out that left leg. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping that left knee down. We press it back, and then we come to the backs. Lay down. All right, so if you want, you can always take the knees over to each side. I just caught my back, so maybe it'll feel like good for you too. And then take them over to the other side, just nice and controlled, keeping both shoulders down. All right, so when you're ready, dig the heels, point the toes up, hands come down, or dig the elbows. We lift up for that 10 in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, taking it down. And when you're ready, lay on that right side. All right, so we lay down to the right side, taking that left leg over, lifting up the right leg in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, pressing it up, swinging it over, and laying on that left side. Right leg over, head into the palm, lifting up in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, pressing it up, and we get ready for our third round. All right, flipping it all the way, grabbing your water if you need. And we take it down. So shoulders stacked, right leg out, taking it up, squaring those hips in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking it down. Extend up that left side, going in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down. And we lay down on those backs. So same thing, we can take those knees over to each side. All right, bring them back to center. Dig the heels, toes face up. We lift up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the hips down and press it up. Switching over to that right side, and we lay it down. All right. So we lift up the right side in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down, press it up, swing it around to the left side. Right leg over, head in the palm, lifting up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, pressing yourself up, and then taking that left leg out. Shoulders are stacked, and we're just going to press back that heel. If you want, you can take it down to those forearms. I forgot to do this before. I know we did the right side, so you might as well do the left. So heels come back. Shoulders slightly behind those elbows. And you can kind of rock it back and forth as well. All right, so shifting it forward, taking it up to the palms, dragging that left knee under, and then we'll get started in about a little over a minute. I'm going to go over what we're doing next. All right, so we move into our upper body. Our first thing we're going to start out with are our tricep dips. We did them yesterday, I know, but we like triceps, right? All right, so we plant those feet, we take those hips up. And remember, we're just hinge at the elbows, not those hips. We're not hinging at the hips and the elbows. We're hinging at the elbows. The hips are just moving with us. All right. So take it down, press it up. As you take it down, make sure you stay active and engaged and lift out of the shoulders. That way it's not putting as much pressure. We're then going to take it into some staggered push-ups in a modified position. So you separate the knees, hinge the hips forward, right hand in front, left hand is staggered. We're going to take it down for 5 push-ups and then switch it so the left hand is forward and the right hand is out. And we'll take it down for another 5. Of course, if you want to challenge it, you can always take it up to the feet. And then we're just going to go into some side plank holds. So we're going to stay in it for about 30 seconds. So I know this is the left side, but we're just going to press up and out. So you can take that arm up, hand to the hip. And if it's a little too much, just keep the chest open and you can kind of place the fingertips down. Also, if this does bother you, you can always take that left knee down, lifting that right leg. Main thing, stack the shoulders, keep the chest open, and keep that hip from touching the ground. So remember, we're going to hold for 30 and 30 each side. And then that's it for some upper body. So tricep dips, we're going to go for 10. Staggered push-ups, 5 and 5, so 10 altogether. And then our side plank holds, we are going to go for 30 seconds each. We will get started in about like 30 seconds. Explain that kind of quick. I feel like usually like I'm over explaining. All right, so if you want to go into some stretches, you can kind of go into those arm crosses. If you want, you can take those arms across or behind the head. All right. So if you want to get ready in that position for our tricep dips, going to be our first move. So those fingertips face forward. We plant the feet. And remember, the feet are out far enough so that way you don't want them in too close, because when you take the knees up, you don't want it to, you're not going to get much range, and it's going to kind of put some pressure on those knees. So take those feet out, and the knees are going to be behind the ankles, but once you take the hips up, it makes a difference, because then the knees are going to shoot forward. So take it down and up. We lift out of the shoulders. We wrap the elbows so that way they're wrapped to the back. All right, so we go for 10 in about 5 seconds. So taking it up, we drop it down in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down. And we go into our push-ups next. So taking it around. Remember, we're going to do modified, but if you want the challenge, you can come up to the toes. If you're in that modified position, just spread the knees and hinge the hips forward. All right. So hands come forward, knees apart, hinge forward, and we go in 3, 2, and 1. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch the hands and take it down. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press it up and sit it back. Bring those hands back to center. You can bring the forehead down. Lifting up just a bit, we walk the hands over to the right, stacking that left hand on top. Feeling that extra stretch through that left side. Lifting up, and we walk it over to the left side, placing that right palm on top of the left, getting the extra stretch in the right side. And back to center. Shifting it forward. And then remember, we're starting out in those side planks, so we're just going into some holds. I'll count us down, but we're going to be for 30 seconds each. We'll get started in about 5 seconds. So plant that right forearm, stack the shoulder, lifting up in 3, 2, and 1. So we just hold for about 30 seconds. But if this bothers you, just feel free to drop down to that right knee and extend that left leg. So we're just holding nice and strong, keeping the neck aligned with the spine. Like I said, if you want that arm up or on the hip, we're more than halfway. We have about 10 more seconds. We'll switch it over. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So drop it down, flipping it over to the left side. And we'll go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, taking it up. So stacking the shoulder, and we hold. Chest is open, neck is aligned. Hitch my forehead. About 15 seconds in, so halfway. A little bit longer. Go for the next 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. And then we get started again with our tricep dips in about 15 seconds. All right, so remember, we start with those heels planted, dropping those feet. If you want to take it down to the forearms really quick, pop the chest open. All right. Taking it back up to the palms, we lift the hips up in about 10, for our tricep dips. Don't know what I just did to them. All right, so we take the hips up in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So take them up and then dip it down. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press it up, sit it down, and flip it around. And if you want, you can keep those hips lifted, knees slightly out, dropping the forearms down. Just kind of getting into the stretch a little bit. When you're ready, press it up and sit booty back. Rolling the shoulders. We're going into those push-ups next. Remember, right hand forward, left hand out. We're only doing 5 on each side. It's our second round. So take it forward, right hand in front, left hand out, spread the knees, take the hips forward. Core is nice and engaged. We take it down in 3, 2, and 1. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pressing it up, left hand forward, right hand out, move my water. Take it down in 3, 2, and 1. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press it up. Sitting it back and roll those shoulders out. You can take those arms up, taking the fingers together, palms face the ceiling, and then stretch it over to the right and to the left. Bringing it back to center and drop the palms down. So we come over to that right side first. We go into that side plank. So remember, 30-second hold. If you need that modification, just drop down to that right knee and extend that left leg. I just mainly care about the shoulders stacked. Make sure that hip does not drop to the ground and the chest stays open, keeping that neck aligned. We take it up in 3, 2, and 1. So stacking the shoulder and we're up. We just hold. Sometimes those are the worst, is just holding a move or a position. I know I've taken classes where I'm like 30 seconds could feel like 5 minutes. Is that mental? All right. Almost there. We have about 5 more seconds. Not too terrible, right? In 3, 2, and 1. So dropping it down, flipping those sides. So we take that left arm down, stack the shoulder, and we lift it up in 3, 2, and 1. Take it up. So we're up. I'll let you know more 15 seconds. We're at that 15. We got 15 more. Lifting out of the shoulder. We go for the next 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop that hip. All right, press it up and just stretch it out for a second. If you want, you can take those arms out by the sides, kind of hinge over from side to side at each elbow. We'll get started with our tricep dips for our last round in about 10 seconds. So planting those hands, fingers face forward, drop the heels down. We lift the hips up in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it up. So drop it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press it up, sit it down, and flip it around. Roll out the shoulders. All right. All right, so we're gonna lean it forward. Right hand in front, left hand out, stagger. Take those knees apart. Coming down in 3, 2, and 1. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press it up, left hand forward, right hand out. Taking it down in 3, 2, and 1. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pressing it up, bringing those knees forward, and lean it over to that right side. All right, so we'll get started in about 15 seconds for that side plank. So last time of our right, last time of our left. We start with that right side in 5 seconds. So lifting up in 3, 2, and 1. Take it up. The watch keeps going black and dark, so I can't keep trying to see the time. Count us down. So we go for about 10 more seconds. Breathing through it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop that right hip, swing it around to that left side. Drop the forearm, stack the shoulder. And we take it up in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking it up. Started like right on the dot for this one. All right. 10 seconds in. Halfway. 10 more seconds. Almost there. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop that left hip down. Grab your water. I'm going to go over what we're doing next for our last set of our 3 things for 3 rounds. So you guys get a little bit over a minute to stretch. I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing. All right. So we're going to be down to the mat for this one. Getting in that ab work. Okay, so first thing, we're going to go into some flutter kicks. We're going to take it up to the forearms, lifting up and out, chest open. Do not sink into those shoulders, stay engaged. You can feel a difference. As soon as you press through the forearms, you can feel that difference. All right, so we're going to go into some flutter kicks. For these, you want to still press that lower back down, lifting up, closing the ribs, pointing the toes, just little flutters, okay? So little flutter kicks, and then we're going to go into some crunches. So those knees are going to be up, feet apart. Those toes can be like slightly turned out. You can place the palms on top of each other, side to side, whatever is better for you. All right, so we're just going to crunch it up and out, lowering down, up and out. As you go up and out, shoulders get pulled back, chin gets pulled off the chest. And then to finish it out, we're going to go into those crossovers. So you can take those hands underneath the hips, close the ribs, press the lower back down, pointing the toes, we're just going to go into those crossovers. So right over the left, left over the right. So for our flutter kicks, we're going to go for about 10 seconds. For those crunches, we'll go for 15, and the crossovers will go for 10, right and left, right over left, left over right. That counts as 1, and we'll go for 10 of those. Sound good? Good, good. All right. All right, all right. So we'll get started. Let's see. In about 15 seconds. Okay. So we drop it down. Taking the forearms down. Remember, we lift up and out of the shoulders for these, closing those ribs off, and we press that lower back down. So if you feel yourself like your chest is popped open and like your ribs are popped open, focus on closing them off and then pressing that lower back down, but lifting out of the shoulders. There's a lot to think about when you're doing a movement. It's not just the movement. All right, so we go into our flutter kicks. We point those toes, taking it up in 3, 2, and 1. So take it up. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knees in and drop those feet down. Shimmy yourself down to your mat or to the ground, whatever you're on. And we go into those crunches. So remember, we go into 15 crunches for these, knees out, and then toes can be slightly turned out to the outsides. We are going to lift up and out, popping the chest open, shoulders back, pressing that lower back down in 3, 2, and 1. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking those knees in, rock it back and forth, and then side to side. All right. We drop those feet all the way down, tucking those hands underneath, or keep them out. But we go into those crossovers, lifting up in 3, 2, and 1. Lifting up, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees in and hug it out. All right, so we come back up to those forearms. So back up to the forearms, we go into our flutter kicks first. Just little flutters, pointing the toes, lower back down, ribs stay closed. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Lifting up, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees in. And out and down. Take back down. So knees and toes out. Taking those palms up. Extend them out above the head. Inhaling nice and deep. And exhale them forward. All right, so we go for that 15 in 3, 2, and 1. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it down, bring those feet together, and take it above the head. You can take those knees over side to side. When you're ready, bring the palms down, tuck them underneath or keep them out. But we have those crossovers for our second round. Extend those legs, pointing those toes. We lift up in 3, 2, and 1. So taking it up. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees in. Rock it back and forth. and side to side. Back and forth. When you're ready, drop the heels down, taking it up. And we have our flutter kicks one more time. All right, so extend those legs, point those toes. We lift up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees in. Drop them down. Bring it down to the back. Knees apart. Toes slightly turned out. Arms up. Inhale above the head. And exhale them forward. All right, so we lift up and out in 3, 2, and 1. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take those knees in. And drop them down, extending out those legs, taking those hands underneath or out. We lift up for our last round of our crossovers in 3, 2, and 1. Lifting up, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the knees in one more time. Taking that left hand to that right knee, drop those legs over to that left side, extend that right arm out, looking over to that right palm. And when you're ready, release the legs, take them center. Taking that right hand to that left knee, drop them over to that right side, keeping that left arm extended, looking over. Both shoulders, try and get them down to the ground. When you're ready, release that right hand, take them back to center, drop those feet, pressing yourself up. All right, good job, everybody. So, full body, done. So tomorrow we have lower body work at noon. Friday, you guys have some yoga to stretch everything out, get a nice little workout in. I don't mean little, I mean a nice workout. I say that. That's my way of saying it. Anyways, great job today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope that you guys have great energy going on. Other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow.